Hello, MonstersAbound here. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 13 of my Khalida campaign. Every 13th episode is unlucky for someone. It's going to be unlucky for the dynasty of the Rakaf dynasty this episode, because both Khalida and our new king, King Rakash, are kind of they're moving in. They're converging. There's a converging going on here, and I can't decide whether it's sensible to lay siege to the city and then attack one of these, because there's 3 armies outside. Now they're all basically just skeletons, so they've got a couple of units of Nehekaran warriors, a unit of Carrions, otherwise it's just skeleton warriors, skeleton spearmen and a few archers, and that's it. And some Ushabti. But do I want to do the sensible thing, lay siege to the city and then attack so that the army in the city can't reinforce, or do I just go YOLO, as the kids would say, and just attack them in a big... well, it would be 2 of my armies versus 3 of theirs, and the I just said YOLO. I think I'm just going to be... I just said it twice. I think I'm going to be sick. Never mind. Anyway, so I might just have a big battle and get it over and done with, or I might siege and do the sensible thing. I can't remember the last time I did the sensible thing, so I'm probably just going to just go for it. But you guys are currently doing that. That's fine. We do have King Ibiamus and King Peter Andre. They are we declared war on Tiatika, and we're currently hunting them down. We've taken Rasatra, and we're going to go and grab Doomglade so that none of these sneaky lizard men can march up towards Liberus. So that's what we're going to do there. I don't think we can move any further. Could we actually march? We could. Let's do that. Rasatra should be fine. We could build some defences. Money's coming in quite nicely. We've got 5k. I would... What could we... I mean, I kind of want to save up for the Legion of the Netherworld, because those guys sound amazing. But on the other hand, there's lots of cool stuff I would like. It's like Christmas. Except Santa Claus is bringing huge numbers of magical weapons, armour, enchanted items, talismans and arcane items. So it's difficult to know what to... I mean, that Scorpion armour sounds brilliant. But then, I mean, this Crook and Flail of Radiance gives you Banishment as a bound spell. I mean, we don't currently have Obsidian, but we could get Obsidian, and then we just need 300 Canopic Jars. On the other hand, getting a new army might be nice, but again, 800 is pretty steep, and the money's not a problem at the moment. I think money is coming in fairly nicely at the moment, but those Canopic Jars, we need more jars. Did we not have an agent who was a jar man? He's aggressive. He doesn't build jars, he just shouts at people. That's okay. I'm sure we had a little man somewhere. Am I making that up? Am I making a little man up? Hatmas is over here. He's not a jarman. He's wrathful. He's a very angry artist. Prince Deskhead he's got a desk for a head. And Prince Arik. Did we not have... Was it this guy? No, he's a Scorpion carver. Have I got it mixed? I'm playing an Archon campaign at the moment as well, and actually he's got lots of jars coming in because he's got lots of jar people. He's got a lot of agents that make jars for a living. This guy makes Scorpions. That's almost as good. Talking of Scorpions, we are soon, I say soon, 6 turns, going to have some Tomb Scorpions. Those guys are friggin' amazing. We're totally going to recruit some Tomb Scorpions. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. Hatmas, you've moved up a little bit. You're just exploring the Empire for me. So we found Vlad. One of the long campaign victory conditions are to destroy all the vampires. What chapter objectives do we have? They want us to have timber. Well, we will soon have timber. And they also perform 3 rituals of crafting. Okay. I don't often look at the chapter objectives. I usually just ignore them. Which is a shame, because maybe if they were a bit more... I don't know. I think... Because the problem is that you move chapters by conquering settlements. So maybe if you had like certain objectives to complete before you then went on to the next chapter, maybe that would be better? Don't know. Anyway, victory conditions for the long campaign is to wipe out all the vampires. The Vampire Coast in Lustria, Musilion in Bretonia, and of course the Vampire Counts and Vlad von Karstein. We've already destroyed the Necratch Brotherhood, the Strigos Empire, Templehof and the Silver Host, so that's all done. They also want to recruit 15 Necropolis Knights, or no, not you. So lots of Necropolis Knights or Stalkers, and to construct 7 of the following buildings. They also want us to take hold of the Black Pyramid of Nagash. We did that. That's tick there, done, sorted. And we've also got to capture all these short campaign victory conditions. They want us to do sort of the same thing. Don't have to defeat the Vampire Counts or the Vampire Coast or all that kind of stuff. And then it's just 8 of the following, of which we've actually got quite a few. Interesting. So these are this is slightly different than, because I think the other factions have mostly just got a list of like victory condition cities that are the same for everyone, whereas the Tomb Kings seem to have places sort of related to the undead, which is, I think that's probably a better way of doing it. I think, anyway. Okay, so I think we're just going to end the turn because nothing else we can do. Deskhead. Oh, I wanted Deskhead to assassinate that guy, didn't I? Oh, there's Gelt. The Empire is not looking in a good place. It looks like Vlad is walking all over him. Yep, definitely Balthazar's getting walked all over. Yep, there we go. Piffeldorf has fallen and Gelt is down. We'll explore a little bit more. I mean, the vampires are not going to like us. Because obviously Vlad has previous. Although, I don't think Vlad and Khalida ever... I'm fairly sure they must have met, but generally I think probably not all that often. They didn't know each other very well. Oh. So, looks like Berecht tried to assassinate Prince Deskhead, but Prince Deskhead fought him off. Which is good, but also bad, because we had a quest to eliminate a lot. Yeah, successfully assassinate, and now we don't have anyone to assassinate. So that's a bit poor, isn't it? Okay. Can we reach that city? No. No, we cannot. Well, in that case, maybe we just want to march over here. Let's set up... Go through Entombed in the Sands. That'll get us the replenishment. Just a little bit of replenishment, which would be good. Do I want Prince Araru to... Shall we try? It's 43% chance. That's pretty... Nope, you failed again. Good job. That skink is just running rings around you. Poor showing. So, I've got... What do I want here? Could go for growth, but do I want growth? Well, maybe the extra campaign movement would be good.
The reptiles are nothing.
That's good to know. Thanks for the info. Let's just go for open graves. Let's get some more Tomb Guard, I think. I quite like that. We could get more Stalkers. Quite like the Stalkers. Stalkers very good against those large... They do great against Ushabti, against anything big. Croxagors they probably do well against. So let's get... Do I want to do that though? Is there anything... Because I would like things like more Ushabti. Maybe some... Oh, we could upgrade Karspar. That could be an option. Or we could go for something a bit more... So we've got a Scorpion Nest. Or we could save the money to maybe get one of the... Like the Pyramid of King Al-Khadizar. I think maybe I'll save up for that. I quite like that idea. The other thing I have to be careful of is, of course, Chaos spawning. They will spawn around here somewhere. So I think we're just going to go for the big battle. So let's move Khalida over here. And then let's get you over here. So we should... Yes, we're going to declare war. Sure, Khemri can come and help.
We fight.
So we do have the Banner of the Hidden, which I'm probably not going to... I keep meaning to give that to someone else. Okay, so they've got 3 armies plus the garrison. Is this a sensible option? Maybe not. Who cares? Let's go for it. I know what you're going to say. MonstersAbound, did you mean to attack the city? If I say yes, will you believe me? Good. So, here is the Black Tower of Aachen. We can see Aachen's rather... I mean, there it is off in the distance there. It's quite phallic. It's got these weird... I mean, I don't know what... Aachen's a weird guy, isn't he? Very odd. Never mind. Well, we got King Rakash coming as reinforcements. In they come. We don't have any siege towers or rams or anything like that. That's fine. That's going to be absolutely... I mean, like the plan is smash down the walls, kill everyone inside. Now, to be fair, everyone inside is already dead. So that's... I mean, we're already one step ahead with some lag, because obviously lots going on here. There's a lot of... I think the total enemy count is about 10,000, just shy of 10,000. So, you know, quite the garrison here. So we're going to move up because standing back is not really doing anything for us. We do have the Chosen of the Gods there, the Ushabti with great bow. They've already taken down one tower. We are going to take down the other tower as well, try and do some damage there. The Screaming Skull Catapult's going to open fire. Ushabti taking a little bit of damage as they march on the gate. Taking down the gate shouldn't be a problem. The problem is going to be murdering everyone in... I mean, you know, re-killing everyone inside. Hatmas using a Purple Sun. That's done quite a chunk of damage. That's going to be key in the battle. We are just going to use Purple Suns on the big blobs of infantry. As you can see, reinforcements now pouring into the city. That's fine. We just have to destroy the gate and then break through the never-ending swarm of skeletons they're going to send at us and take the walls. No problem. We got this. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Screaming Soul Scatterpot continuing to open fire on the towers. See if we can do some damage there. We might just decide to take the tower instead. Take the walls instead even. Our archers... Of course, massed as they are going to be able to easily deal with the enemy archers, so we're going to silence those pretty quickly. They don't have many units of them anyway, and for some reason they're pointing the wrong direction, so that's fine. Good. The gates are already down. See, no problem. Khalida is making her grand entrance to the city. In she goes. Khalida is going to rack up the kills in this battle. In comes the Poison Nova and a barrage carving through the enemy lines. Already huge piles of dead skeletons. They are going to spawn some Ushabti. That's right, they've already lost enough to spawn Ushabti, but fortunately I already have my Necropolis Knights on standby for just this occurrence. So they're going to come in and deal with them. Rakash's reinforcements moving up to the wall. We're not too bothered about being shot at now because we've taken the walls. Predominantly we've got the archers up here getting crushed. I think we've taken control of the towers, all apart from that one over there, and that one's been destroyed, no problem. Screaming Skull Catapult is going to open fire on the units entering the city. They've got a lot of them, big mobs of them. That's no problem. The main battle is at the gates. Getting quite a bit of lag in this battle. It's just sheer weight of numbers, I think. I think that and obviously having OBS recording OBS, so it just causes a little bit of slowdown in the battle. There's not much I can do about that, unfortunately, apart from get a brand new computer. And don't tell my wife, but I have been looking.
Very well.
Damn it, she heard. It's fine. In the meantime, Khalida is now murdering her way through skeletons. She's managed to rack up 139 kills. I think we're going to try and use the staff, but obviously she keeps getting battered by, I think there's High King Hector over here, King Hector. So he keeps bumping Khalida and stopping her from casting, which is annoying.
Legions, forward!
And, oh, here comes more skeletons. Surprise, a bloody surprise. So we've taken the walls. We've already got units up here. They do have a Tomb King up here. I don't know what his name is. Can't see it. That's fine, but he is murdering my poor Tomb Guard, so I need to get someone up there to help with that. They've got more units pouring in from the left flank. They've got a huge blobs of infantry now defending the city centre. Screaming Skull Catapult continuing to barrage from long distance. Shabti just murdering their way through the skeleton hordes. See, 89 kills, 81 kills. Please got 184. Tomb Guard with halberds getting mixed in here as well. That was 27 kills. And we're getting more. It's the horrible, creepy crawlies. That's the worst. I remember watching the flesh-eating scarabs in the mummy going under the skin. Give me the willies. So still doing well here. The Ushabti just hacking their way through. Unfortunately, there's just never-ending swarms of them. In come the flock of Jeff. They're going to try and do a little bit of damage. Going to do a little bit of a bombing run. I mean, it doesn't really matter where they try because there's just well, that's done some damage. That's killed quite a few. Unfortunately, they only have the one bomb. So, flock of Jeff going to fly back, come and kind of crash into the rear of these skeleton warriors. Now that our units have taken the walls, they're going to come down and join in, hopefully, by hitting them from the rear. That should cause a morale shock and cause them to start crumbling and help us gain some ground. We do have units coming in from the rear as well. Some Ushabti and some Tomb Guard have broken off to deal with them. We've got even more units just coming down. Once we've got sort of a little, we've now managed to make a sort of little break in the line here. We're going to move our Necropolis Knights and Stalkers in.
So be it. The Queen moves. We march.
It's absolute carnage down here. Khalida's doing a fantastic work. She's using her animate ability to restore these units, which means even though the Ushabti have been fighting for the entire battle, they haven't actually taken that much damage. However, a few of our Tomb Guard units are taking horrendous punishment, predominantly from that Scarab Swarm. It did just a huge amount, I mean, just being stuck in it, just drained their health. More Screaming Skull Catapult shots going into skeleton warriors. That's pretty nice. And we're getting that bloody Tomb Swarm again. I'm fairly sure they should only have 2 uses of it unless they're using a ritual. Ugh. Creepy crawlies, it's the worst. However, Hector is going down. Khalida's now focused on him. He's been fighting him the entire time. I think he's basically been trying to kill High Queen Khalida. But I think with her regeneration, her armour and her melee defence, he's done absolutely no damage to her. We're going to get a really nice purple sun going off right in the centre here. It's going to carve through these massed units here. It doesn't really do an awful lot of damage because it kind of veers off to basically the only place where there wasn't that many skeletons. I mean, considering the numbers they've got in here, you'd think it would have done more damage. However, Hatip is going to rack up the kills. 287 at the moment, 290, 91, 92. Pretty nice.
Asaf demands. Go! Hagari!
We've got Rakash and Pashidu up on the wall. They've dealt with one Tomb King, and then they're going to deal with the other one, a bit like Batman and Robin, if Batman and Robin were dead and also fighting another Batman and Robin had a whip. Yep, well, he's dead anyway. So that's all the Tomb Kings are now dead. We've killed 3 of them. There's another one gone down there, King Hector. He's dead. That's going to free up Khalida to continue her slaughter of enemy skeletons. And there's a lot of them. So she has to really get stuck in here. Over on the left flank, we've got our Stalkers Knights, some Ushabti. They're trying to break through on the left flank, but they just keep throwing skeletons at us. I mean, it certainly feels like we've got control of the battle. It's just a matter of time. They can only throw so many skeletons at us. I think they've started to run out of reinforcements. So, still some units over here. Screaming Skull Catbot continue to bombard them. They've still got huge numbers in the centre there. That's a good option for Hatip. If he can drop another purple sun there, that's going to do horrendous damage to him. I think he will do that soon. The left flank's looking pretty good. The centre here, we're trying to break through. They just keep sending units at us. Here we go. Hatip shouting. And it's going to carve through the centre line there. Look at just the sheer number of casualties that's caused. That's why you don't group units together. And Hatip has got 680 kills. So yes, that really did do significant damage. And they are quickly running out of skeletons. As you can see, their total numbers, enemy troop count was 9,175. But look how quickly it's dropping. Dropping increasingly quickly. You've almost got the same number of troops. They've still got huge blobs of skeletons in the centre here. Left flank, we are slowly breaking through. They're throwing another skeleton spearman at us just to try and slow us down. We've almost broken through. You can see a number of our units looking really, really low. Tomb Guard there with 492 health. Not particularly good. And more enemy units moving in to try and slow us down. We've got our archers up on the wall now. So they're now opening fire onto the enemy units. We've got another barrage in the centre here that's going to kill even more. Despite the fact we never actually reached the centre of the city, there's already huge numbers of skeletons, and there we go, they are starting to collapse. The army's broken. Down they go. Okay, so that could have... I mean, I probably had an easier time if I'd done the field battle. But, I mean, the siege worked. I mean, we killed a lot. I mean, let's look at some of the kills. So, Khalida, 354. Hatip, 680. The Screaming Skull Catapult killed 509. Ushabti killed 314 there, 219, 250. I mean, that's not bad. Even Pashedu, the sculptor, managed to kill 27. So, quite the brutal battle. The enemy lost almost 10,000 skeletons, and we lost 800. So, I will happily take that. Let's just occupy the Black Tower. So we have the Armour of Fortune, that's really nice. And the Canopic Jars. I'm not sure why, though. In battle limit, oh, belonging to any of the following enemies. So this must have been interesting. So, I think basically what happened was when I got the quest, Khemri was only at war with Teotihuacan and the followers of Nagash. However, because I declared war and they joined me in my war with the Rakap dynasty, they are the enemy. Even though they're not showing up on the quest, they are an enemy. Therefore, by defeating a lord, I complete the quest. So we get some more diplomatic relations, Canopic Jars, and Armour of Fortune as well. Well worth it. There we go. And Khalida is brave, very brave, for attacking a city with 3 armies defending it. And the Rakap dynasty are now dead. What can we build here? We can build the Black Tower of Arkan. The Lich King Prolicitizes his Master Nagash. His black tower juts skyward, a declaration of his dark and cruel intent. And pretty phallic as well. So we get canopic jars, public order, income from all buildings, and it looks like it's a garrison building as well, so it gives us additional units to defend the city with. That's pretty good, especially considering Chaos are probably going to come knocking on that door fairly soon. So what I might do... Bel Alid is over there. What I might do is I might get the Nautry house there, because if we can build the Black Tower up before Chaos arrives, we can get some garrison buildings in there, and that'll help. Chaos will probably attack the Black Tower and then head up north to the Pools of Despair and Bel Alid. So if we can defend that, good stuff. Okay, did we lose any units? Well, King Rakash didn't. Rakash got a skill point as well. Well done. Let's go for passage to the Soul Realm. And his priest has got a skill point. He is a light priest. So let's get Par's protection. And then... what about Khalida? Okay, you lost a couple of units. You lost a Nehakara warrior. And... is that what you lost? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So...
the day of awakening comes.
I mean, is there any reason not to have... I guess the... okay, the Tomb Guard with swords and shields have better melee attack. Okay, so they got better melee attack, weapon damage, and charge bonus. Well, I mean, charge bonus by 3, so that's hardly... so maybe we just want the Tomb Guard with spears? Let's just get 2 of those. Got the Nehakara warriors as well. You know what? No, we're going to get rid of them. Going to get rid of them and get another Tomb Guard. That's take 2 turns, but then Khalida's army will be better than ever. Jeez, that some of these units took a real beating. What a fight! I mean, wouldn't that have been boring? Otherwise, if we'd done that the sensible way, that would have been boring. Sensible is boring. You just wanna go, what the hell, and attack an entire city filled with stacks and stacks of skeletons. That's how you have fun. Good. So, right.
See, Father, I command.
Well, no, you don't really. You're in the middle of the desert. You're trying to assassinate a skink and failing. So I wouldn't get too cocky about that.
The greatest artist.
Hatmas, you're going to continue on. Oh, it's like Skarsnik's around. Looks like he's taken Wissenberg. Huh. Okay. So it looks like Vlad's doing pretty well for himself. That's...
I do not bandy words with the weak. Leave me.
Alright, okay, chill. So what's strength? Okay, so greenskins. Okay, greenskins have climbed the strength rankings once again. So who owns this? Because it's not greenskins. Can we see the vampire? Really? The vampire counts own this? Seriously?
You've come for Grimgor's mercy.
So the huh. Interesting. So, yeah, okay.
Champion of the dark, thou shalt treat me with the respect I deserve.
Okay, so you don't like the dwarves. So the dwarves will show up in red. And all this is green. Which means which means Manfred controls huge swathes of the mountain. Is he at war with the... is he at war with the greenskins? I want to... orcs.
You've come for Grimgor's
he is.
mercy.
Jeez. So it's like greenskins beat back the dwarves, and then the vampire counts attacked and have driven them back southwards into... ooh. Okay. Does that mean the vampire counts strength rank 5? But they might have just lost an army or 2. The dwarves are 4. Huh. Okay, well that's interesting. Livening up. That's good. I think we're just going to end the turn because we've got nothing else we can do. We'll grab Doomglade next turn. Looks like Sly just bought it. Got bonked on the head by a warrior priest, I think.
You reek of weakness, thrall.
Oh, Krokkar. Okay, well, we've got a war with Krokkar now. I hope Ibiamus and Peter Andre can deal with 2 armies. Or 2 factions. Because we haven't actually fought any of Tiatika's armies yet, which means they must be out there somewhere. And having fought a lot of lizard men in my Arkan campaign, lizard men are really, really mean.
The desert gods bless me.
Okay. Let's... you know what, I'm going to ignore the skink because you failed multiple times, so we're just going to head south to get some better vision. And we're going to grab Doomglade. That should just be an easy auto-resolve. Well, that was semi-easy. Anyway, that's fine. We'll occupy because we want the Doomglade. That's going to give us a little bit of... there's a cursed jungle over there. So that's Krokkar. Now, we might have... have I bitten off more than I can chew here? Because against... I mean, I was hoping to beat Tiatika before I could concentrate on Krokkar.
My will be done.
Do we have anything... I mean, we might be okay. We should be okay. I'm just trying to think what I could maybe get. I could maybe get the Ushabti. Another unit of Ushabti, maybe? It would take 4 turns, though. Or he could just pop northwards and grab it in 2. That would leave that city undefended. But we do have wood coming in now, so that's good. We do like some lumber. We do have 200 canopic jars, so we could spend that. What could we get? Well, we could get the Assyrians Legion of the Netherworld, and actually that could be just a ticket to boost up our armies, because those guys are going to be pretty brutal. So let's get this Assyrians Legion of the Netherworld. So we've woken them up. Good stuff. And what we're going to do here is, if we merge those, I don't... That's fine. Get those guys. Boom. Okay, that army's a little bit more potent. That's good. I would like... if we could get some Tomb Scorpions in here, I'd feel a lot better. Let's get Sun-Scorched Bone. There's 4 more turns until we can get those Tomb Scorpions. I'm saving up cash to get the Pyramid. Some of the Pyramids, we'll get some of those. And what do we have? Okay, so El Calab... oh, hello. Hello. Looks like Arkan. Well, there's Arkan over there. But it does look like he's grabbed this city over here, because that one was ruins, wasn't it? I'm fairly sure it was ruins. So Arkan is wandering around. That's not the worst, but it's not the best. So we'll go and we'll just ambush over in that direction. Got to keep an eye on Bel Alid over here, because obviously if Arkan decides to come around north. However,
Lord of Botonia,
at least those guys should hope... I think they're at war with Nagash. Not Nagash, Arkan. Yes, they are. They're at war with them. Okay, good. That's good. Like that. Hatmas,
I need more.
you kind of come in this direction. Is there anyone we could trade? Oh, we can't really trade with anyone, can we?
valiant lord.
We could trade with these guys for some salt. How likely is it I'm going to want to go... I mean, I'm steadfast. I was worried my reliability rating was still garbage, but apparently it's still pretty good. So we could potentially get the trade agreement with these guys if they want it.
The rightful
They don't.
lords of this land, and I'll hear your demands.
I think you'll find we're the rightful lords of this land, mate. Mr. Beardy. The best insult I can come up with at short notice. Right, commandment. What kind of commandment do I like? Is there anything sort of defensive? Melee defense +8. Now that could be quite nice to have. Public order isn't a problem. Growth, not so bothered by. Worship of Jeff. The casualty replenishment rate would be nice. I think we're going to go for Kassar for the melee defense and more ambush chance. Because that way it'll beef up our skeletons. And the tactic I've employed mostly with the lizard men, with the Tomb Kings, is I think it's called the oblique line, which is basically where you have all your punchy units on one flank and use that to break their flank and then sweep up the line. So as long as our skeletons can hold the line for long enough, we should be okay. The only problem being is that Saurus don't tend to run away; they just tend to kill you harder, which is not particularly what you want. But I think with our chariots, with our Ushabti, with the Eyes of the Desert there, we should be in a fairly good position to be able to do that. And of course for Rasatra there does have the defences, so if they do come and siege, then at least we should be able to hold them off. Research wise, we've got 13 more turns until we got our next army. That would be nice to have. And when can we build the doobie what's it? 15k. 15k! I think I'm made of money? I'm made of bones. Literally, mostly bones. In fact, all bones. I would like to get a port settlement. That is sort of an objective, but I'm just kind of... I'm stretched quite thin at the moment. I'm concerned Chaos is going to show up soon, and then that's going to mean armies on my doorstep. Strong ones. Very, very strong ones. With hell cannons. I hate hell cannons. Hell cannons are the worst. Ugh. Gives me the heebie-jeebies just thinking about it. Ooh. That's interesting. So Teotihuacan have confederated with the last defenders, which means we're now facing one. Okay, so we've got an army here. So that looks like that's the Lord of Teotihuacan. He's defending. It would be nice to get more agents down here, but I'm kind of okay with it at the moment. Maybe get the... We could potentially get the Great Incantation of Kassar. Mind you, that Tombsform ability is nice as well. Okay. Okay, so, I mean, it looks like this is the army that Arkan used to resettle El Kalabad, and we can potentially sneak over to it without him... I mean, if we do that, and keep sort of ambushing our way towards it. Pashidu has got a skill point, which I maybe go for increased mobility. Huh. That's interesting. So that will give our constructs additional melee attack and armor piercing damage. That's armor and miss. Oh, okay. Okay, well, let's go for increased mobility for the moment. And we'll continue sneaking up over there. You finished recruiting. Khalida's got another skill point. Which... Okay, what you got? Okay, you got a lot of Tomb Guard. You got some Skelly. I mean, a Tomb Guard are all pretty beefy. 53 melee defense there, 58 melee defense. That's pretty beefy. That is not bad at all. I'm not particularly bothered about that skill point. I could potentially go for make her a bit more tanky. I mean, she was wading through the enemy in that siege battle. That was pretty nice. Let's do that. Let's get Indomitable Will, and then move on and maybe get like Blade Master and stuff like that, just to beef her up, because she is quite potent in melee. I'm going to continue to save cash, so we can build my pyramid, because I want a nice new pyramid.
Where are my slaves?
Bloody miles away, mate.
We wait for now.
That is Carl. Hello, Carl. And it's like Scarstick is... Yeah, it does not look like the Empire's in a good place at the moment. It looks like the vampires are running rampant. Bloody vampires. It's just what... Oh, that's just the worst, aren't they? Okay, so we're running out of time. But we're definitely going to use Rakash here to sneak up on El Kabad. Maybe try and take that. King Senutep is not looking... He's a bit beat up. So that's good. And I think... I mean, I do want a coastal province. So maybe we're going to try and take Al-Haikekik. Because if we grab that, then we will have a port and we'll be able to trade with people finally, which will be good. And we're going to have to be careful down here because obviously Krokgar is a beast. Almost literally. I mean, he's the only survivor of a temple city that fell when the polar warp gates first collapsed. He's that old, and he just spent the entire time just murdering demons by the millions. So that's the thing. So that's fun. So that's what we're going to do. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.